here for V3 Khatrin Purification Plant. Blue team. Der Ari is a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Some powerful offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. Alongside Mahror is a Warlock, a melee commander that can leap into combat with some powerful spells, some support and disruption in there. Rounding off the blue team then is LivED as a Warboss, a melee commander can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Red team, SorroWfuL LivED, oh dear, plays a Force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Dark Angels DLC from Relic here. Alongside two Imperial Guard players, first up is Mess as a Lord Commissar, fights in melee combat, strong offense and support, begins with a refractor field. And rounding off the teams is FrezeDEF as a Lord General, fights range combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Awesome defense and support capabilities. Looks like it's kicking off in the middle here with Eldar, Imperial Guard, Chaos going at it. Chaos Lord trying to get in there with some corn worship. CSM quite rightly forcing melee combat on these poor guardsmen. Have their sergeants up, but still absolutely no match for CSM in melee. Sentinel does not have his ground pound at this point. Good play from Der Ari, bringing his heretics up to continue that corn worship. Now the CSM happy to sit back and shoot with their bolters. Will kill some Imperial Guardsmen pretty fine then. Oh, now they're trying to focus down this Sentinel, I think. Heretics taking a lot of damage though during that worship. The Sentinel getting shots off there. Meanwhile, in the middle is the Eldar fighting the Lord Commissar's army. Warlock in amongst some Guardsmen, now turning and retreating in fact. Lord Commissar chasing down some Dire Avengers over there. Here comes this Lord General again, but looks like the Chaos Lord has this side sewn up. These CSM should be in cover here. Some light cover right next to them they're not using. What's going on mid then? Imperial Guard have pushed through, so we might see the Chaos Lord clash with that Lord Commissar. Though the Imperial Guard Lord General is right back into that fight there. Warboss backing away, shooting up this natural power point of the red team over here. Got these tactical marines with their Dark Angels robes. Looking pretty dapper. Here's the Force Commander in behind. What do we see? Double shooters? Yep. Mahror with Banshees into a Shuriken Cannon. Der Ari still with no third unit out. Triple Guardsmen for Mess. You often see that with the Lord Commissar, can support them very well with his execution abilities and war gear. Straight into a tier 2 Chimera as soon as he can, most likely. Warboss is trying to get a model of these tactical marines. Is not far off it. A couple more hits might do it depending on what model he hits. But that's a special attack. That's not going to be helpful. No shotguns from these scouts yet, but we might see one up against a Warboss with those sluggers running around. And here comes some Storm Boys from LivED. That is going to surely bait out the Thunderhammer in tier 2 from the Force Commander. Assuming those guys live to tier 2, of course. Oh, nasty destructor. The Lord Commissar taking a hell of a lot of damage here. It's going to go down. Warlock is in melee with him. Should have retreated off way sooner. Was suppressed, of course, by this Shuriken Cannon. But here we see a little flank from FrezeDEF. Where's the Chaos Lord now? Here he is. His heretics. Anyway, he's got some Raptors on the field. Raptors can be a pain in the ass for Chaos against a... for Imperial Guard, I should say. For a Lord General. Up against a Lord Commissar and Inquisitor, they can hurt the Raptors pretty badly. But Lord General can't do a whole lot until he gets the Catechins up. 432 to 499 on the VPs, 2-1 cap for red. Here are those Raptors under some corn worship. Jump troops that suppress units when they land. They have around 30 DPS melee, I believe. Slightly more than Assault Marines, but they have less health. And don't have the disruption, which is arguably a little bit more useful than the suppression. The suppression is very nice though. You can suppress massive amounts of units with it. There it is. Are we going to see the stomp here? Do you even have the stomp? Oh, he's getting it now. The ground pound upgrade gives it a bit more health, and the incredibly useful stomp. In retail, of course, the Sentinel begins with his ground pound, I believe. Been so long since I've played retail, many years. But I'm pretty sure that's right. 418 to 497, 2-1 cap for the blue team. Nice special attack by the Chaos Lord. You saw a heal go off there. That was by the Lord General's medical sergeant guy. Still not sure what the official name for that fella is. There he is in the white. Can hand out medical packs. Can't seem to give them to the retinue itself though, which I always found a bit weird. Lord Commissar moving up. Has his power sword. Gives him this lead by example thing. Inspires nearby troops. Buffs his speed. and lots of special attacks going on. It's a nice ability, and of course power melee always scales pretty well throughout the game. Destructor and an Immolator from the Warlock there, levels up to 2. Immolator Destructor combo could do some really nasty things to light infantry in tier 1. Lord General lives, he's pretty low on hit points, hasn't actually lost a retinue member either, that is pretty damn lucky. Heretic's getting away, so he shows that engagement relatively well over there. He's gone tier 2, as have the Imperial Guard players. How are these Storm Boys getting on? In retreat right now, as are the Sluggers. Sluggers do have their burners up. Double Tactical Marines here for SorroWfuL, LivED, and some Devastators. Yes, here they are. Heavy Bolter moving up. Force Commander, do you have any war gear? Nope. Contested VP being retaken by red team. Eventually, there we go. VPs are pretty close to each other on this map, so you can, I think, cover all 3 with a Manticore relatively easily, which could lead to some interesting stuff in tier 2 if we see some Manticores. Power melee Banshees in there. Distort field is up. Those kicking animations are always fun. How do you have power melee kicks, ladies? And they force off a bunch of guardsmen. Can't really blame him for running away, can you? But here comes FrezeDEF. In a slightly awkward position, he might have to retreat past a bunch of stuff. And both of those Dire Avengers have grenades. Yeah, that was a ill-advised flank attempt, I think. Nice stomp, but this Sentinel might be going down here. Trying to focus fire the Banshees, who are really dangerous to that Sentinel in melee with their power. And the Sentinel gets away. No. Dire Avengers managed to finish it off. Raptors jumping. Why did they jump there? Not sure. The Imperial Guardsmen do get away barely, I think. The Sergeant gets away, yes, but that was a bad time for FrezeDEF. He's down to just a single Guardsman squad, which needs massive reinforcement heading into tier 2. He's got another Guardsman squad out now, and Stormtroopers on the way. Mest going for some Ogrins. And tier 2 for everyone now. Yes, SorroWfuL is the last to go. 1-to-1 cap. VP lead for the red team, but they might get their power bashed here because he doesn't have a lot to defend with FrezeDEF. And we have Armor of the Inferno up for the Chaos Lord, gives him that grenade indicator there. Let the Galaxy burn. Pretty damn useful against blobs of Imperial Guard infantry. Shuriken Cannon on capping duty. Might bring it over here to help hold this contested victory point. There's some corny worship. Have any war gear? No, he doesn't have his combi flame with the Chaos Lord. Storm Boys in retreat again. Looks like they're well on their way to level 2, so they've done some killing alright. Meanwhile, Sluggers and Shooter Boys burning and shooting generators up. What is SorroWfuL's first purchase here? Is it going to be the Thunderhammer? In fact, the Force Commander's down, so it needs a revive. Should be revived from there. Some artillery spotters on the field for Mess. Where's that Lord Commissar at? I think he's coming over to... No, he's in retreat. Could go over and revive pretty easily, I think. And that'll get him to level 2 as well. Oh, nice grenade from those Stormtroopers. And they take out the Guardian Weapon team. We saw Mahror trying to save them with the Distort field there. Quick thinking, but couldn't quite manage it. He's backing the hell off from those Ogrins. Might need some support for those Banshees now against those Ogrins. Because if they use that use your red and Banshees are getting knocked all over the place, that could be tough. He could get the channeling runes or just go super aggro with the Witchblade of Kurnus. He's got some Warp Spiders up. They can frustrate the Ogrins by teleporting around and shooting them up. Although they do piercing damage, and Ogrins have super heavy infantry, so they have decent resistance against that. Spotters on capping duty. These guys are coming west side, are they? Where's that Lord Commissar? He's reviving. There we go. Now level 2. Force Commander can think about maybe getting his hammer. He's on the way to level 3, this guy. Tank Buster's on the way for YZ. Maybe he's expecting the Dreadnought, but SorroWfuL has gone straight to tier 3 here. And, I mean, it's not the worst idea ever. He does have a relatively strong army, even if it's only tier 1 units. Double Tactical Marines and Devastators can do some work for you against all targets, and he does have the Force Commander there to help counter things and control the Orks. So that early tier 3 could work wonders if he gets some Terminators and stuff up. Maybe even a tank. Warlock's level 3. And blue team are pushing through here. There's a Blood Crusher from their Ari, a demon infantry, a demon vehicle I should say. Can worship it for lots of cool effects. What are those raptors up to? Trying to jump in, have their aspirant champion, but I think they took one look at those ogrins and backed the hell off. Some more warp spiders on the way for Mahror. What's going on? East side, Orks pouring through. Stormboys have their knob leader. And are we going to see that tier 3 choice backfire? Does he have what it takes to stop this green tide of death? Warboss with his power claw as well. That's looking painful. It's a painful looking little Ork infantry army there. I mean, if he got a weird boy up, then SorroWfuL might be pretty screwed. He's going fighting Razorback out first in tier 2. They need to be careful with it, with the Warboss and the Stormboy knob leader around. Tank Buster Barrage coming in, doing some reasonable damage to those guardsmen there. Sluggers trying to track down those tactical marines. Dodging a grenade there, I think. Force Commander levels to 3. Doesn't have any war gear still. Razorback is going to hit the field momentarily, which will help him hold against those Orks. Tank Busters are very dangerous to it though. I think they might be able to kill it with one barrage if they hit it right. There's a Manticore on the field now for Mess. FrezeDEF has also kind of rushed into tier 3 here. Although I don't think his power's been bashed. Looks like a little bit happened to this node. But he's managed to defend his power with quite a small army, I believe. Tier 3 now for the Chaos Lord player. Mahror quite deep in tier 2 with these double warp spiders. He might take a while to get to tier 3 now. Especially if he gets some bad engagements and needs to reinforce a bunch of stuff. Red team pushing back. Got some strong armies up now. SorroWfuL with that Razorback to support his infantry army. Mess with that Manticore, who of course could also reinforce off that Razorback. And here we have the Terminator Force Commander. That's why he wasn't getting any war gear, because he was waiting for that. Now this thing got quite a few buffs, I believe, in 2.6. Most of the war gear associated with it is cheaper. I think the armor itself is cheaper also. Used to be 100 power to get that thing, but it is pretty damn strong. You're immune to suppression, you have very good melee and range capabilities, and you can still retreat out as well as teleport. So it is pretty damn strong, but you have to give up a lot of other very powerful war gear to get it. We'll see what he gets. Oh, he's gone for the heavy flamer here. Can't remember the last time I saw a Terminator Force Commander in the field in a replay. Stormboy is being suppressed by those Devastators. The hit reinforced by Guardsmen as well, and those Ogrins. So the Orks are backing the hell off. In fact, Warboss and Stormboy's fully in retreat. Here's that Terminator Force Commander teleporting in with Cleansing Flame, which, as you can see, is incredibly painful to light infantry. Blood Crusher still around. Has default heretics. Oh, he's getting some grenade launchers up. But as you saw there, they are losing health so quickly without an aspiring champion. Double warp spiders teleporting in, laying on that piercing damage. And Raptors continue to be a massive threat for FrezeDEF to deal with. Something is not dealt with at all, really. Hasn't even attempted to counter them. He's got a Baneblade on the way though, so we'll see how that pans out. 373, 190. It's a double cap here for blue team. Ogrins versus Banshees. It's a pretty close fight, I think, but we have lots of firepower joining that fight right now, and Ogrins winning it. Barely. Ogrins also forced off, and that was a nasty Manticore strike on a chunk of Eldar infantry. Looks like he didn't lose any squads though, I don't think. Manticore being chased by the Blood Crusher on rear armor. Blood Crusher should be able to deal with it. No, does not run in. That's a big mistake, I think. Big mistake not chasing down that Manticore and finishing it. I mean, yeah, it might have gone down to the Baneblade afterwards, but that's well worth it if you can take out a Manticore with a Blood Crusher, I think. Especially since it's already done good work. Here's that Terminator Force Commander. What is the DPS on this thing? 18 flame DPS. Doesn't sound like a lot, but remember that is area of effect damage, which does extra to units in cover and that kind of thing. That's a lot of damage for a flamer. And I think it has a larger radius than normal. Radius of 4 maybe. I could be making it up though. Looted tank up, as you can see, for YZ, but he's lost his Stormboys at some point. I'm sure that flame had something to do with it. Warboss charging in with Now I'm angry. Those guys getting disrupted by the looted tank, which is a very useful boomy shot type thing that can disrupt stuff. Haywire grenade, fellas, what are you up to? Did they throw it? Oh, they didn't have the energy to throw it. Oh, there we go. Confused there for a second. It has gone off. Can the Warboss chase it down now? The thing about the Haywire grenade is that it also disables the vehicle's weapons, unlike a melter bomb, which just slows it down. So, can make the vehicle a literal sitting duck. Looted tank backing away. Sluggers also don't want any part of those Ogrins supported by guardsman net. Blue team starting to fade slightly. We'll see if YZ can recover. He does have a lot of requisition, that's for sure, and he can get some knobs out, which might be the way to go. Yes, Knob Squad is on the way, supported by the Warboss, can be incredibly powerful. Here's that Baneblade bristling with guns, 2 las cannons, I think 2 twin-link heavy bolters, and that massive cannon on top. That's 2 heavy bolters and 1 twin-link heavy bolter, I think. Chaos Lord did not last long, and these guys were buffed by the Lord General, who has fire on my target, sniper rifle, and flat jacket. I hear Banshees screaming. What are they up to? Fighting Ogrins. Ogrins getting creamed here. Are they gonna go down here? Banshees chasing with their power melee, and they do finish off the Ogrins. Manticore strike though going off, forcing off the range contingent of Mahror's army, but the Warlock and the Banshees still chasing things down. Banshees are done pretty damn well this game. He's used them well. Level 2 with the aspect of strength. Being shot up in retreat, but they should be okay. There's a Baneblade. Does he have double Haywire grenades? Yep. Could see some fire dragons or something. Khatrin on the way for mess. Meanwhile, east side Space Marine player is pushing through, but there's a Knob Squad. He's going after the generators with his cleansing flame. Sluggers are taking a hell of a lot of damage, but the Force Commander might go down here. Oh, teleports away. There we see it. Devastators will set up, but they're going to be disrupted by the looted tank. There we go. Knob Squad, though, are dealt with for now. Razorback was a really good choice by SorroWfuL. Supported his army really well with it. Now we can finish off this power bash, I think. Yeah, for sure. Phobos is coming, says Der Arian, and it sure is. Going to try and hunt the Baneblade with it, alongside the Raptors, and his Blood Crusher is still alive, which does heavy melee damage, so can help. Especially if we can maybe charge behind the Baneblade and go after rear armor. Chaos Lord is being shot to pieces here by las gunfire, and a hot shot las gunfire I think is going to be okay barely. Yes. Ouch. Heretics are not okay though if you shoot them with the Baneblade. Really not. Still level 1. Oh, these are new heretics. Okay. 289, 83. Phobos is almost 3/4 of the way done. We up to Warp Spiders, just hanging out. Are you not going to help deal with the Baneblade? Nope. Going through the middle. Are they going for the natural VP here? Very strange not to see Mahror over on that west side to help out. The double Haywires would be a massive help against the Baneblade. Maybe he's waiting for the Phobos to hit the field. Plasma Cannon Devastators on the way for SorroWfuL. Here are the Khatrin. What does he go for in terms of upgrade? Could get plasma guns to help deal with the Knob Squad. Hell of a lot of DPS on those guys. And of course they cap faster and that kind of thing. Baneblade still hasn't really been scratched yet. The Phobos though is up. 2 big twin-link las cannons, which will help shoot down the Baneblade. I don't think he can tackle it by itself. The Baneblade is too strong for that. But with the Raptors heavy melee and the Blood Crusher, it might be enough to chase it down. Here we see it. We'll see how this pans out. There's the Demolisher Cannon. Holy crap. Almost wiped those heretics straight up, as you'd expect, I suppose. That was Let the Galaxy Burn. He countered the knockback by using his Stand Firm ability, I believe, which stops you being knocked over. Oh, those stabilizers. I forget. Let's have a look. Yes, the Flat Jacket given incoming. Immune to knockback. There we go. kicking off in the middle big time as well. Nob Squad going after some stuff there. Looks like the Baneblade is going to be okay for now. It's a good little push. Got the Baneblade under half hit points. Here comes the Terminator Force Commander for some reason. Not sure what he's up to. He was to burn some Eldar. But the Devastator's made to run away. Where are the Banshees? Are they at base? Don't see any webways anywhere. Warp Spiders are still trying to force melee combat on those Devastators. I think they need to stop. Need to run away, fellas. There we go. Oh, double Haywire on the Razorback, taking it down. I think at least one of those was a rear armor hit. Nicely done, Mahror. He's got a Fire Prism up now too. YZ still unable to recover fully. He's got a Nob Squad on the field though, and they are fully upgraded. Sluggers have done well. I mean, they've been forced off a hell of a lot, but they've got stuck in and they've stayed alive. There's a Rocks on the base. Did some work. There's a lot of reinforcement that needs to be going on here, that's for sure. Killed some Marines. I think that was worth it. I'd say that was worth it. We have Grenade Launcher Kasukin. These things disrupt with every hit, which is pretty damn useful. Nice destructor from the Warlock there. Level 6 this fella. What's going on west side on this contested VP? Chaos trying to chase down that Baneblade. You see the Baneblade's heavy bolters suppressing the Raptors there. Oh, and a heavy turret getting shots in. Heavy turret can do a hell of a lot of damage to a Phobos. This thing has vehicle armor, so you can't use flame weapons against it really. Blood Crusher goes after it though. And takes it down. Blood Crusher is now level 2. Needs to back away from the Baneblade. Uh-oh. Baneblade might be able to finish it off here. 211 to 51. It's a single cap for Blue. There's the 1-to-1. Blue now with a 2-to-1, having got that contested back. Can they hold it though? Here's a Land Raider Redeemer from SorroWfuL LivED. Another Baneblade for Mess. And another Nob Squad for YZ. We have some big armies on the field there. Ari has some Chaos Terminators now. Most likely going to get their autocannon up. Haywire's on the Land Raider, disabling it, but nothing really to follow up. Phobos now needs to be careful. Force Commander happy to get stuck in with his teleport, and there is Cleansing Flames going to wipe out those heretics, and some pretty good damage to those CSM as well, as you can see. He's going to go down the Force Commander, but so did the Blood Crusher. Now he needs some more heretic to support with worship and repairs. This Phobos should back off a little bit, I think. Fire Prism's there, getting shots in. Is it reaching a Baneblade? I think it is. Or at least it can. There's the 1-to-1 cap, 211 to 27 on the VPs. The second Baneblade is almost up. Manticore Strike, there's an Eldritch as well. All kicking off in the middle here. Down goes the Land Raider Redeemer. Last shot there from the Fire Prism. Nicely done, blue team. And double Nob Squad now to deal with, which is not easy. Tactical Marines need to back the hell off, that's for sure. They're going to go after the Baneblade here with Orky buffs. Here we go. They both... Oh no, only one squad has the U-Jammers. Does the other squad have a Sergeant? A Nob Leader? No, he doesn't. Rocket run to save the Baneblade. Nicely done. Smack. Wow. Almost finished off one of the squads. In fact, it was relatively lucky to get away. Was it leveled up? Yes, level 4. That's what saved them there. Let's look at the armies. There, Ari looking relatively thin. The Phobos went down. I don't think I even noticed it going down on the screen. Too busy looking at something else. 195 to 27. Oh, Manticore hitting the Warp Spiders. Wow. Finished off one of the squads completely, almost both of them. Really nice Manticore hit. Level 3 Manticore now. Blue team trying to put pressure on the natural of red. 1-to-1. It's very, very precariously balanced, this game. Both Baneblades are still around. Land Raider Redeemer is down. Phobos is down. Force Commander Terminator is down. Chaos Terminators live. They do have their autocannon as well. Where's the DPS on this thing? 32.6. both the Nob Squads lived as well. That's really important for the blue team, I think. Here comes another Fire Prism. And red team are retaking this contested. They're going to get a 2-1, I think, all said and done. Blue team retaking a natural. Some nice sneaky scout play. We also have some stormtroopers here. Can't do much about a Fire Prism shooting it, though, can you, fellas? There it is. There's the cap. There's the 2-1 for red, but can they hold on? We do have a bunker here. Looks like this is a medical bunker, so you can reinforce infantry with it. Might not be a bad idea for one of those guys to get a vehicle repair bunker as well. SorroWfuL going for another Land Raider Redeemer. Terminator Force Commander is back at base. I guess he was revived and retreated out. It's FrezeDEF getting a heavy weapon squad up on this west side, which will be very useful. What level are the Raptors? Almost level 3. Oh, they've gone for their melter guns. They don't have their sergeant though, or aspiring champion, I should say, who does give them an extra melter. So it's usually worth getting that guy. 2-1 cap. And blue team are assaulting the west side. We do have tank busters and we do have a Nob Squad followed by the Warboss there. We're not sure where the other Nob Squad is. Big engagement. There's an orbital. What does it do? Not a whole lot. Got one Nob model and a couple of tank busters. That was pretty much it. Blue team get the decap on that west side. Looks like they failed to take the Bane Blade again. The Bane Blade remains. Oh, maybe not. Double Fire Prism's getting shots. Might be able to finish it off. One more, does it? Yes, it does. Should have moved the Bane Blade back way sooner, I guess. And of course, Autocannon Terminator is helping out there. Nicely done, the red team. Really nicely done. A concerted push, and they took it down. But FrezeDEF is instantly able to replace that Bane Blade. And Scouts on capping duty here. There's the Immolator and Destructor and Warp Spider, Pew Pew, and down they go. Couldn't quite finish the cap. Uh-oh. The other Bane Blade is under assault by double Nob Squads with huge hammers, buffed by Use Your Choppers and full momentum as well. Momentum from the hammers, that is. Land Raider Redeemer number 2 is on the field. And makes the Nobs run away. Oh! Imperial Abyss. Not good for red team. In fact, red team are... They got smashed by this massive map-wide push by the blue team. Beautifully done. Their rosters are looking kind of thin, but we have 2 more Bane Blades on the way. But if they can deal with 2 Bane Blades, they can deal with 2 again, right? Assault Terminator is hitting the field here for SorroWfuL. Those Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. And I imagine they'll maybe get claws to fight the Nobs. We shall see. East side we have some tank busters capping. Blue team trying to retake this west side to try and see out this game. Another rocket run here, and that's a nasty one. It's a double rocket run, in fact, from both the Imperial Guard players there. Really wanted to stop that cap, and they have done so. Red team is still in this, for sure. Here's the second Bane Blade of FrezeDEF, the 3rd overall. 4th one is out momentarily for Mess. What we got on this guy now? He does have the Emperor's Wrath. Great late game piece of war gear. Level 6 Lord General, very nearly level 7 with that flat jacket and the sniper rifle. Warlock's level 8. Level 5 Warboss has his heavy armor up over 2,000 hit points with the boss pole and the claw. Scary stuff. 2 Nob Squads behind him too. They need layers and layers of suppression, but now they have Lightning Claw Assault Terminators. They will be able to deal with one of the Nob Squads, even if it uses Frenzy, I think. Got 2 of them, and they're both leveled up now. Yeah, level 3 and level 4, and that Warboss there, they're going to need support, for sure. Looks like he's splitting these Nob Squads though. One of them is going after this Land Raider Redeemer. That's the Frag Assault. Massive damage and knockback. Now they're going to take out these Devastators. Or at least try to. Big melee going on here. Sluggers are still around. They need to retreat though. There's a retreat from those guys. Assault Terminators are being absolutely owned by that Orc mob. Holy crap. Never seen Assault Terminators dealt with like that. And that was only Orc melee doing that. That was all only Orc melee. And they were being shot by 2 Baneblades. And they still absolutely tore apart those Terminators. I hear an Eldritch. There it is. Wow. Never seen Assault Terminators dealt with in melee like that. Havocs with a las cannon over here, another Phobos on the way. The 3rd Nob squad for YZ. There's a 2-to-1 for blue team. This might be enough to take it. But Mess with a Lehman Russ and a Baneblade looking strong. We have FrezeDEF with his own Baneblade and double Guardsman to support with repairs. Chaos Lord, what level are you now? Lightning Claws and has level 7 going on. Here are the Raptors. There's their Melter Bomb. I thought they needed the Sergeant to have a Melter Bomb. I guess not. And they're forced to retreat there. Red team are getting a decap, but it's too late. There's the 2-to-1 cap. And blue team have it. Some awesome fighting in the center there. Nob squads again doing some awesome work for the blue team. Fire Prisms are also helping to take out the Baneblade level 3, level 2. Those Terminators, what we got on the commanders here? Anything new? Don't think so. Oh, Commissar had Flat Jacket right at the end. And there's that Terminator Force Commander, of course, with the Salt Cannon at the end of the game. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.